What's going on, everybody? Let's see what we got going on here. Turn my volume down. Anybody been watching the Fuel Nationals going on in Arizona? How's my day? My day is just starting, bud. Welcome to the channel, Rambo. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Today we're going to talk about some on-roads. Gonna have a good time. How's everybody? What's everybody up to? OG, you're gonna be quite upset when you see the video. I'm in a video today. They redid the layout on the track, man. We got some pretty big jumps today. It's gonna be a good time. Doing a cash race as well. So no hot dogs? I got hot dogs in the fridge, man. Stop on up. I'll make you one. But yeah, they redid the track because we've been running the last one for the last 2 weeks, and the guy who did it, man, I guess people are asking for some bigger jumps, and I'll tell you what, he definitely met their call. It's gonna be awesome. On your way, Bob? All right, what you want on that hot dog, brother? Well, before we get started, we'll get a couple more people in here. OG, I told you I was going to show you that street stock car that I got. This thing's pretty cool. I enjoyed your video where you're showing your dirt oval car, and yeah, I have one too. This is a street stock. Don't mind the body; it's a little rough. It's been used, but yeah, 70s Nova, late 70s Nova. But this is built off of the Team Associated SR10. And what am I doing today? Well, we're going to talk about some on-roads, but right now I want to just go over this car. OG's got a real nice dirt oval Traxxas that he runs, so I wanted to show him the one that I ran. I went with this body because a buddy of mine actually has a 74, so I thought it'd be kind of funny to build it and put it on the little jack stand so it looks like his full-size car. Inside, these things are a real pain in the ass. I mean, these aren't the wheels that I use. These are just because it's on the shelf. But this one's got that's the McAllister Racing bumper set on it. It's got the carbon fiber rear section. That thing is real nice. You can see how long it's been since I've used it. The track that I use it at closed, unfortunately, so I don't know what I'm going to do with this for a while. This setup in here, though, this has a Tekin Pro Black Series ESC with their 17.5 motor in it. Ran pretty good, but this is what I'm going to take for that Team Associated buggy I just got, and I'm going to put a castle setup in this, and I think I'm just going to take it out and have fun. We have a asphalt oval I can play on. Also, it has the Tekin hot wire setup. If anybody's ever used this hot wire setup, this thing's pretty sweet. It goes right to an app on your phone. You can make all your timing adjustments, your throttles and everything like that. You could data log with it. It's a pretty sweet setup. I really like that. But yeah, this is the one I got. It's like a piece of foam or something on that axle. Let me get that out. Ew. Nope. Piece of coal. Welcome to Pennsylvania. I don't know how that got there. But yeah, this is the one that I ran. Pretty sweet little car. I enjoy it. The biggest problem with these is a problem you don't even have with those Traxxas versions is they come with a gear diff, and on the dirt, the gear diff just doesn't work that great. But so I ended up having to put a ball diff in it, and it definitely worked a lot better. Problem is that the ball diff, they don't have one for this, so it's like a B6.4. I believe the ball diff itself is from a B6.4, and the out drives are from something else. I forget. I think it was the 3. Hey, Vet, how you doing? Good morning. Where's Hugh at? Saturday. You shouldn't be working on a Saturday. You got an RJ Speed car? Yeah, those things are pretty cool. They run a lot of, well, not anymore, but we still have a carpet oval that's fairly close, but they're kind of like they run a lot of homegrown kind of stuff. So yeah, I saw Hugh got his the heads on that engine finally. That's fantastic. He shouldn't be too far from firing that thing up. It's going to be neat. All right, So let's talk about on-road cars. A lot of people have been asking questions about the HPI version, so I'm going to answer some questions on those. Hopefully we can put that one to rest. But this is the, I think this servo is bad. That thing is awful tight. Lord. All right. How does he have this all ran? I don't know. I'll have to figure that out at a later time. I got to put the engine in this anyway. Anyway, the only one that I don't have some of the weird ones. Like, I don't have any, like, Schumachers or Serpents or anything like that. I don't have a Team Associated TC3 yet. I'm working on getting one of those. I'd like to have one of those. But I wanted to start with this one. This is probably your most expensive route if you wanted to buy a 10-scale on-road. This is the Traxxas Fortec. It came in a few versions of bodies. I don't have one, obviously. But you can get these in a 1.5. Rated speed on the box is 50, so you can expect 40 miles an hour out of this, at least, from Traxxas. And this is probably your most expensive route. If you find one of these with the belt drives, which you can see, they're tight, and they definitely, it doesn't like to roll. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the belt drive stuff, I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of it. These are very expensive for parts. This is one of the few Traxxas vehicles that used a lot of proprietary stuff. They did not, like, reuse everything. Like, you know, basically any part from a Slash will fit almost anything else, and you know what I mean. This is one-off stuff. Now, depending on how you buy these, I have seen these on eBay go for, you know, you could buy one of these for 150 bucks, but you are absolutely 100% going to spend your ass off trying to get the parts to fix this. So, is it worth spending a little bit more? Absolutely. The more car you could get, the better. This one here is upgraded fairly nice. I got this off a friend, and he did a damn nice job with this. But, yeah, see, that servo moves. Well, I want this one. Yeah, there's something wrong with that servo. Anyway, it's got the, you can see on the inside, it's got all the aluminum stuff for the steering on the outside. It's got the bearing, and it's all one piece. The bearing and bearing carrier and the C-hub are all one piece on this, and it has the rear hubs as well. These parts alone will probably, I'd say for both sets, will probably run you almost 100 bucks. It's got a brand new fuel tank in it. One bad servo, probably one good servo. The TC3, like I said, I don't have one. The RS4, as long as it's an RS4.3, I like them. Mid-grade street rides, I don't know. I think that RS4 is pretty rad. If you buy a decent RS4 version 3, that's a great car. But yeah, these things are pretty sweet. I can only imagine if, you know, Traxxas rates this at 50 miles an hour. Yeah, that's what I have, an RS4.3 Evo. Traxxas rates this. Hey, off the guy, how you doing, bud? If you Traxxas rates this at 50 miles an hour, and this is with a .15, I can only imagine with, you know, even a little bit of power like the 3.3 has, this thing would be an absolute ripper. I mean, it would be absolutely probably difficult to control, but it would fly. But I mean, an OS engine in this thing would be sweet. Anybody else have one of these? I know Lotus has one. I don't think he came in yet. But you don't really see them very often because they're freaking expensive, man. So let's see. Let's check the chat, see what's going on. Everybody just saying hi to each other. Thanks everybody for showing out tonight or this morning. Tonight. It's gonna be a long day. I need a monster real bad. I'm dragging. We had a pretty big loss in the RC community, and one of my friends earlier this week, and I don't know, my head just ain't been straight since. It's been rough, you know. But yeah, that's that's Traxxas's offerings to the table. I mean, this thing, I can't wait. I'm gonna throw that 15 that I got running in there. Bangs are better. Nah. Have I raced a road car yet that's belt drive? No, I haven't. This is the only one that I had that's belt drive, and I just got it not too long ago. I haven't done anything with this. The other cars that I have are both drive shaft, not belt. OG, come on, let's get some of your knowledge here. How much different are these than a regular shaft-driven one? I'm interested. You hate them in the corners? Why? Because if you lift off, it kind of has like this drag brake effect. I can see that is an issue. Coffee? Nah, Bob, I hate coffee. I can't do it. I can't drink coffee. That's one thing I don't understand. Tastes like shit and then makes you shit. I'm not a coffee drinker by any means. Let's see here. Trying to watch this and watch the fuel runs too, and I guess it's just not going to happen. So that sucks. Oh well. Belt's dragging the turns, can't roll. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, because I mean this thing, it doesn't even roll as far as I push it. You know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is. You're not going to. This is one segment of the Nitro thing that I don't see really making much of a comeback. You know what I mean? I don't even think Traxxas sells any of the RS4 electrics very well. Fast around the trigger and snappy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's almost a direct drive. I mean, there shouldn't be really too much. I mean, you're going right to it and bang. I understand that. Whereas like a shaft has to sit in a cup, and the cup's a little loose, so you get a little bit of slack. These don't have any. But yeah, this one I can't wait to get done. This thing is probably one of the nicer ones I've found, and a buddy of mine had it, gave it to me at a really sweet deal. I mean, I'm happy with it. So let's take a look at the HPI's version of this. This is another one that I have. And I want to explain. People have been asking a lot of questions about HPI lately, and it's really simple. Incoming. Yeah, I don't have any of the X-ray stuff. I would like it, but I can imagine if that the Traxxas is hard to find parts for. I'm sure that that's going to be real hard to find parts for. Now, this one here, this is an HPI RS43 Evo, just like the one OG mentioned earlier. This is exactly that. This has some of the SS parts on it. I believe it's a mutt. I don't know what came in it. I got it as parts, and this is a McAllister Racing Nash truck body. Looks pretty cool to me. But yeah, this is HPI's entry into the class, and this is the last version. They had 3 versions, and they had many small iterations in between a drift mode, a bigger version, which was called the Super. There was a lot of different ones. All right, Yvette, you taking off, or I'll catch you later then. I'll see you later on. Yeah, this thing's really clean. It was not when I got it. This thing was an absolute turd. It was really gross. Thanks, Yvette. I appreciate that. Tell Hugh I said hello. Yeah, this thing was an absolute turd. The bottom of it is trashed. Somebody did use this. This thing has been used hard, which is fine for me because I intend to do the same. This is not a shelf queen. I don't own any of those. It still has the stock. It's an aluminum pipe. It's really quiet. Not too bad. If you have neighbors and you don't want to aggravate them, this will take care of it. Pretty much the only thing that I upgraded, it's got Spectrum S605 servos front and top for the throttle and the steering. Let's see. This all was missing. I had to get an all-new electronics box, the top tray. I put a new Spectrum receiver in it. It's got a rotor start. Here is the question. Got to babysit your granddaughters? Okay, well, you have a good day. Grandchildren are awesome. Luckily, my daughter's 11 and I don't have any yet. I better not have any anytime soon. That's all I'm saying. But, you know, I miss my grandparents. I loved hanging out with them. But this has Schumacher, this basic rubber wheels. I mean, that's good enough. I'm not looking to break speed records with this. That looks familiar. Haywire, what's good, buddy? Yeah, you have one, and I believe you've asked these questions 100 times too. Pipes can make a huge difference. Yeah, don't buy those the cheap chrome ones with the header that you can buy for like $9 or $10 on eBay. Those are absolute dog shit. I'm going to show you one of them later. Okay, now the question that a lot of people have been asking about these RS4 style chassis, which would be like this, an MT2, basically anything that came with like a T15, is what you need to know is just basically how it mounts, because they still sell. If it's dead, you have a T15 and it's alive, I'm shocked. There is very few of those that are any good. I have one if you need it. Now, HPI, you can still buy them for just over $100. They sell the G3.0 and the T3.0. Your main differences between them is just the block. If you look here, I don't know if I can get it to zoom in enough. Well, this is an easier way. Come on, computer. If you see that, well, it has one broken screw. This engine had a broken screw in it, but it's only held in with 3, but hey, 3 is better than 2. Is if you have 4 screw holes in the bottom of this chassis, you're going to want a T3.0. The T3.0 comes with side mounts, but the basic side mounts that you would get with HPI are just no good. They won't work. The mounts are way too high on the block. Mine actually fired, but then my rotor started smoking and it died. Yeah, these things really don't have a ton of compression. I mean, did you disassemble that engine first? It was probably really gummed up, and that's what gave you your problem. This has the roto start on it. It was able to. Now, here's the thing with the T3.0 and G3.0. There is a lot of differences other than the mount that will make this swap a complete pain in your ass if you don't get the right one. The G3.0 is a long shaft engine. Yeah, it's gummy too. I cleaned it, but not well. Yeah, you should have threw some gun oil up in those bearings. You probably wouldn't have had the issue. Now, the G3.0 is a long shaft. It means the crankshaft is longer. This is the type that has a short shaft, where the flywheel nut actually has the rest of the shaft on it. And if you go and you say, let's say I want to put side mounts on a G3.0 and put it in this, your flywheel will not work. The clutch shoes will work. The clutch bell will work. The clutch nut will not work. None of the bearings will work. So have fun on eBay getting all of the HPI parts with the HPI tax included. Now, if you go with a T3.0 that bolts in just like this, bolts right in, flywheel goes right over, all the clutch parts, all the bearings. Oh, Ducky, you blame that duck an awful lot, man. No wonder he's got a hit out on you. He almost killed you in your last live. I mean, I'm not going to talk ill on that duck, man. I'm telling you, I'm not getting involved in that game. He means business. I'm good. So, yeah, that is the differences. Now, if you have a G3.0 and you want to put it into something like this, you'll see how it has the 6 holes for you to adjust. The problem that I found is if you use your basic mounts, here, I'll show you, like a basic HPI side mount, which you can find just about everywhere. Here, I'll bring out the expensive ones. These are a basic mount, just like this, a side mount that would go right to the side of the block. That's it. You know, this nice little square. And anybody knows anything about these cars, you know these are probably about $60 because of the color, which is insane. Try to kill him like 4 times. Yeah, I mean, but he failed all 4 times, man. I mean, if you're going to go to jail for murder, that's one thing. But you go for attempted murder means you weren't even good at that. You know what I mean? You probably want to step it up. Criminals will not respect you for an attempted. Anyway, the block mounts on the T3.0 sit too high. These will not reach the chassis. So you can either have to, you'll have to trim the bottom of the block off, which I don't think anybody's going to do, or you're pretty much stuck. Now, they do make special mounts that fit this. They make a special mount that fits the MT2. Did I fix that dragster? No, Rambo, I don't even want to look at that dragster. That thing's going to sit. Maybe in the spring I'll get another set of tires and we could try it again. But with it being cold here in Pennsylvania and them hitting the roads with rock salt and stuff, that thing rides so low that any rock salt or stone or anything, it's bad news. I'm not going to even try that till spring. So where were we at with this? Okay, the mounts will not fit. They're too short. So with my MT2, I had to get a special mount to fit the G3.0 into it. It was a mount that they made for the later versions, and I tell you what, I think I paid like $50 for that, and it came from Canada. A Christmas gift for Ducky. I don't know, man. You guys are on bad terms. You better come up with something good. What's OG got to say? You're better off buying rollers for road cars. Honestly, they are cheap. Find them everywhere and get a lot of parts. I buy them like savages. Yeah, you're probably better off because, I mean, these things, you can find parts for them, but people are not bashful. You'll find a part with a, a $10 price tag on it, and the guy's got it up for $150. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild. Some Walmart RC cars? I haven't been in a Walmart in so long. I hate Walmart. It's just, I don't know. Not one of my places I enjoyed. I used to like going there late at night, early in the morning, just to see the Martians walking around. They were kind of fun. A new helmet? I don't know. OG, a new helmet's a good idea for Ducky. I like that idea, but like I said, when someone's trying to kill you, you might want to, go a little above and beyond this holiday season. You know what I mean? If you did somebody something wrong, you can, you do somebody wrong, you can get them something, try to make amends for it. But I mean, when they straight up try to kill you like 4 times in less than 20 minutes, I mean, they mean business. He's pissed. A new helmet. Yeah, get him on with the, what football team are the Ducks like? I don't know. Get him a girlfriend? Yeah, maybe if he gets a little action, maybe he wants to be so damn angry all the time, you know what I mean? Ducky's getting tired of rolling solo, you know what I'm saying? All right. Now, actually, you know what? I'm going to leave this out. This is good for a comparison. Now, you also have, I'm going to put these amounts away, another option for these that I think a lot of people are sleeping on, but, I mean, I'm going to have to give you fair warning with it as well. All right, where's my mounts? There we go. You also have this. You keeping it stockish, or would you put a bigger engine in it? In which one, OG? The RS4? The RS4 is done. The RS4 is ready to rock and roll. I ain't doing nothing to that. This thing basically just needs a paint job. Yeah, Rambo, this thing does look pretty cool. This is a paint job that me and my buddy tried to color. It's really neat. I don't know if I can get it on camera as good as it is. It's got a ton of metal flake in it, and it is a purple, but man, is it dark. I don't know. We were just messing around in the garage, and that's what it came up with. But yeah, this is my drift car. This has plastic drift tires with legit TE37s and a bronze S15. This is an HPI body. Yeah, dark metallic paint. I mean, we didn't even know how it was going to come out. We just started shooting it. You know what I mean? Like, and this is how it came out. So this is probably your cheapest way to get Nitro on-road, right here. But like I said, I'm going to give a disclaimer. There are reasons why. Anybody want to take a stab at what's underneath this? It's not an HPI. Well, it's not an HPI. It's cheap Temu brother, if you will. This car is too many possibilities? Nah. I said it was dirt cheap. Think about it. Does it have a big engine in it? Nope. It's just a .18. HSP? Damn close. Damn close. Same thing as an HSB, but nah. This is just a basic ass Red Cat Lightning STR. That's all this thing is. Now, hear me out on this. These things can be found. Yeah, Alibaba. Yeah, I think I paid as much for the car as I did for these wheels and tires. These wheels, these are like legit, like Ray's replicas. And this thing's a fun little drift car. All-wheel drive still. I mean, yeah, probably more fun rear wheel, but I left it the way it was. But I got this thing off eBay. I think I paid like, $60 for the car. And it came with this engine. The engine was a little tired. I rebuilt the engine. The engine was dirt cheap to rebuild. This is a... Yeah, for the price, don't ever sleep on this Red Cat. If you can find one of these, now, like I said, your turnbuckles, flexible crap. They're junk. Your drive shafts are fine. The transmission holds up. It's got a like a centrifugal style second gear, just like an HPI does. The drive shafts work. A lot of the parts from this will actually transfer over to an RS4. But this is one of those cheap headers. This thing falls off, I think, more than half the time. You bought it from a tweaker for 20 bucks? Hey, that's my style. Hey, Nitro Freak, how you doing, brother? Talking about some cheap stuff. There you go. Same transmission as Haywire's truck. Oh, man, I shouldn't tell him that. That thing only made it 5 feet the first time out. It's going good now, but yeah, this one here, this has the Team Infinity 18. It's an old school Japanese engine. It's an ABN. It's probably worth like nothing, but I put a brand new piston rod and sleeve in this thing off of part numbers that I got from the Bug, and this thing runs great. It's just a good runner. I believe, what servos did I put in this? Oh, stock, it still has whatever cheap shit servo it came with for the throttle. And I put an Arma steering servo. It's slow as shit, but the price was right, as in free. Oh, man, I can imagine that LRP would just destroy that. Yeah. This pipe is, the pipe itself ain't bad. I mean, this thing didn't make any damn power to begin with. Actually, I'm going to fix this hose while I'm noticing it. Kind of pinched. There we go. That's better. But the coupler, absolute dog shit. The header itself, dog shit. It backs out, and it sucks. That's 90% problem. The brakes are the same. Yeah, but out of all of them, I'd say this one, if you could find one of these things dirt cheap on eBay and it's all there, the coolest part about these, I thought, was the parts are still available for this. You can go on Red Cat's website and you can order just about every part of this for almost nothing. Like, I mean, I think a chassis is like $6. I mean, I think I paid, it's for the, I went with a little bling bling here and got the body posts. I bought the steering rack. I put a little, the bumper has the, the nice little bling bling here, and doesn't do jack shit, but it looks cool. Yeah, you had the same problem with that header? Yeah, I'm kind of pissed. I think I'm gonna see if I can find a decent one, because this thing, I'm about ready to throw in the garbage just because of that stupid header. I mean, that thing's probably cost me about $8 worth of gaskets since I've got it. And yeah, a lesson learned there. But all the parts are available. They ship out of the United States. I've been able to get parts in, geez, about a week. I mean, maybe less sometimes. I mean, it's pretty sweet, because I mean, I blew an axle off, and I broke the hub in the back. Little stuff. I've hit, what, 46 miles an hour with this on some rubber tires. Not bad. I mean, I probably have total $125 into... No, I have more than that. I'm lying. If I would have got cheaper tires and wheels, and I would have... Well, the body wasn't even much money. If you take the tires and wheels off and put a cheap shit set on, I probably have $135 total. The tube style header backed out, yeah, so definitely get rid of that header. All right, yeah. Yeah, well, like an HPI style, kind of like this one. That's what I was thinking of, but the amount of times that I use this, basically I've been just I tighten it up before I go out, and as long as I tighten it up when I'm done, I'm usually pretty good with it. I mean, I don't really use it that much. I'm gonna get it out. It's a lot of fun, but all it does is circles. You know what I mean? But yeah, these things are an absolute bargain. I think I bought this one. Actually, no, I did. I bought this from A-Main. If you watch A-Main every now and then, if you're into the HPI stuff, they do get HPI bodies in. They get them in for the Savage, and they get them in for the touring car stuff. And I mean, I think I paid like $30. It came with the body, more than enough stickers to do what you want to do with it. And it also came with this wing. This wing separately is like $10. So I mean, what the hell? Why not? So that's all the on-roads that I have. So I guess the rest of it, I'm going to hang out for a little bit longer. I wanted to do just an update on what's going on. The Triple XNT, the original one that I started doing with the Adam Drake parts, I'm waiting on servos. The Savage has been coming along. I'm going to grab that in a minute. I've been working on that. So what's everybody racing today? Like I said, I'm going to the off-road track. They got a new layout. It's gonna be awesome. Hope to win today. Sitting in third place in points for the season, which there is fantastic. But I'd like to get up to at least second. That first place guy is giving me trouble. All right, let me put these away. Let's take a look at the Savage. Sort of gotten somewhere. It looks like a wheelbarrow now, at least. All the snow's gone. I'd like to say I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm really not. That snow can bite it. I don't like it. All right. Well, there's the body. All I did was take a nice wash. This thing's actually not in bad shape. The only real damage I found on it is this back window is smoked. So I don't know what happened there, but it's pretty shit. Other than that, this thing's really nice. Like, got 90% of the dirt off it. Some of it's still under the stickers, but hey. What kind of nitros do you have, Rambo? You got a bunch, or are you just one or two? Nah, man, I'm not with you on that one, Haywire. I don't like snow at all. I wish I never saw snow again. To be honest with you, I'd rather be down south and just chill. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into this. I'm over it. So yeah, this is as far as I got. I made it into a wheelbarrow. You don't have any nitro. What do you got for an electric, Rambo? Probably got some of them hanging around here. What do you got? As far as this goes, I got the whole rear suspension all cleaned up. I serviced the differentials, went all through it. Tires are kind of, the finish on this wheel is kind of shot. But replaced the twin vertical plates on this. Oh, you have that RJ speed car. Well, hey, man, you got to start somewhere. What would I recommend? Get yourself a Slash, man. Go out and beat on that thing. They're not that expensive. They'll take an ass whooping, and you'll have a good time with it. I cleaned out the electronics box, got all the servos straightened out, cleaned up, went through the transmission, cleaned it all up. Holy shit, John got out of bed. It's Saturday. Look at what I do. I have to bring out a Savage for you to come out, or at least some of a Savage. Damn, you're going to buy a gas RC buggy? You're going all in on this one. I have a gas RC buggy, a 5th scale. That thing is rad. But you're going to dig deep on that one, my friend. I think the DVXL 2.0 is what, $1,400 now? And if you wanted to go with one of the other ones, I mean, even those I think are just under $1,000. It's a lot of money. Look at it. It's one of them squatted South Carolina trucks if you put it on backwards. That looks cool. Oh, shoot. You're working on a Saturday? Dude, I thought you was reunion, man. You got to work on that. That's rough. Either that or you're getting paid bank, which would be pretty sweet too. Yep, heard the call. Yeah, the Savage down. I only got the rear end done. I'm sorry I disappointed you. We gotta get the front end done yet. But yeah, this thing should be good to go. OG, when I put this together, I was thinking about it. How you were saying about doing the suspension on these for jumping. I did not limit these shocks, but I put a 90 weight in that. Man, this thing's like a rock. I don't know, man. It's gonna land. It's definitely gonna bottom out. I'm just wondering if it's gonna bounce now. That's my question. I don't know. This thing, I mean, it's solid as a rock. You got to work every Saturday? Man, that's cruel and unusual punishment. It'll bounce. Yeah, that's what I figured. Say Savage 3 times and John will appear? Yeah. Major bank? What is it, double time and a half? Because, like, if I work a holiday or something like that, that's what I usually get. I mean, I can't bust your balls too bad. I'm going in on Sunday. I don't work Sundays, but... Thanks, Nitro Freak. Yeah, this thing was a disgusting mess, man, but we're getting there. All right, I got a battery charged up. I'll be right back. Go to like a 40 weight. Yeah, you got to go for that money. Like, I'll go in Sunday. That's 8 hours of overtime. That's something. But, I mean, I'll make up probably another 8 or 9 during the week just because of nonsense happening. I'm taking care of it. Just time and a half? Yeah, but you're a union electrical guy. You're probably making $60 an hour, if not more. That's why I'm hoping, man. Trump said about that no tax on overtime. If that comes to fruition and he actually does go through with that, man, I'm going to make some money because, I mean, I would say not half, but a pretty good amount of my paycheck alone is all overtime, and they absolutely tax the crap out of me. Oh, you know what I noticed? I missed a screw to mount these back tabs. I missed that last screw. Well, let's work on that real quick before I forget again. You'll see I did learn something from watching the Nitro Addiction actually put like 12 of these together, is that these are not plastic, so make sure you don't use a coarse threaded screw in them because he'll yell at you. He doesn't like that. Not a fan. Yeah, I'm a union guy. I used to be part of the UAW back when I got out of high school, and they did really well for me. But like my job, they are not pro-union at all. They don't like them, even though a lot of the other locations have it. We are one that doesn't, for one of two reasons. One, we're not as big of an outfit as some of the other locations, and if we voted in a union, honestly, they would probably just go through and absorb the accounts that we have into other locations. I don't like that. They would more than likely just absorb. Yeah, don't do it, see? They would more than likely just absorb what accounts we have into other locations, and they would just close the doors. They've done it to other locations before. It's known. But it's kind of nice to where we're at because oh, tight. Is if you look at some of the other locations, they, I gotta take that wheel off. If you look at some of the other locations, they have a union, and we get basically treated exactly the same as they do without the union, and we don't have to pay union dues or anything like that. So yeah, because you don't have a union tipping into your money as well. You know what I mean? All right, I gotta get a better setup. Yeah, that new Pico 2110 port is looking pretty cool. The local engine builder, Ed Bridges, actually, he works with, it's like a Nova Rossi based engine. I'm not sure the manufacturer that he works with, but he's put out a new race engine as well. And it's looking really awesome. If you guys want to go on Facebook and look up, what is it? RB Mods is the name of the company. He makes some awesome stuff. He does repinch work. He does a lot of custom stuff. Like if he's got a dyno, everything. He's not a backyard butcher. He is absolutely a professional. And he's actually partnered with an engine manufacturer, and he's making his own engine now. Well, they're making it to his specs. Let's put it that way. And man, his stuff looks good. It looks real good. I'm going to try to pick one up off him. There we go. There's a little nub that sticks out on these. It wasn't quite right. No, not Rick Brake. His name is, I'm sorry, not RB. I'm giving you the wrong information. That's my fault. It's EB Mods, Ed Bridges. Now where'd that screw go? See that? Losing everything. You gotta be kidding me. There it is. Okay. Yeah, EB Mods. Yeah, EB is our guy. Ed's an awesome dude. He's been doing it for a long time. And like I said, he's got an engine manufacturer making one to his specs. And I mean, this engine looks fantastic. It's going to be a powerhouse. He said that with the modifications he did, you'll get more mid to bottom end. No problem. And he's getting better fuel mileage than his previous engine. And his previous engine is a nasty one. He's a great guy. Does great work. And like I said, if anybody needs a repinch, he offers them on, I think, anything from, I think like a 12 to a 21, I believe he'll do. But he can also do bigger ones, like a 20. I'm sorry, he does up to 28. He can do some of the 32s depending on how it was made. Like if it's a 28 bore and they use the stroke to make the extra, then you could probably do it. So everybody bummed out about that whole the whole force thing going down. I don't know how to think about that right now. Yeah, he does sell the repinch tools, but I mean, I can give him. I'm kind of blessed that he's local. I can just basically, he might be at the track today. I can hand him off. You know what I mean? He could take him $30 later or $20 later, whatever. I don't remember what he charges, and I'm done. You know. I don't want to spend that kind of money. All right. Fix that problem. Yeah, he's probably going to be racing with me today. Yeah, no more Force 28. I wouldn't say that yet. I wouldn't. I'm not really willing to just say it's all done and over with, because anybody that's in the automotive industry, whether it be anything mechanical, basically, is like, you'll see companies in the automotive industry will go out of business and they'll have a good product. They just go out of business because, you know, business ain't great. It's nothing to do with their product. People will buy the rights to their products and buy their machining and all that stuff. So you might see another company come in and be like, all right, well, you're done. Obviously, your machinery and stuff like that, that's all, you know, one thing. But a lot of your money, Savage needs some spinners. Yeah, most likely OG. That's what I'm thinking. Someone's just going to pick it up and they're going to change names because they have a good product. Just because you have, let's say you have $1 million in physical assets, machinery, a warehouse, whatever like that. If they're going out of business, they're going to sell all that off, guaranteed. But somebody that already has that kind of stuff, like let's say OS or anybody else, they know, hey man, it's a good product, it's a good design. Rather than spending the fortune it costs, I mean, I don't know, I know, like let's say an actual car, an engine manufacturer before it releases a new engine to the public has millions of dollars invested into R&D between design teams and testing, trial and error. I'm sure that it's not anywhere near that realm for an RC car, but it's still not cheap. Somebody's got to sit down and make the design. Somebody's got to transfer the design to the material. Somebody's got to make sure that you know what I mean? There's a lot of moving parts before you can even use the machine. Someone's going to buy that stuff. You know what I mean? It's just how it is. The old 1940s machinery, super valuable. I'll tell you what, they don't make them like they used to. My old lady, her grandfather was a machinist, and he used to teach machine shop at the local Votech. I never got to meet the guy. He passed away before I met her, and he had this lathe in his basement. His basement shop was fantastic, but I mean, it was all standard size. This is before the metric system started coming around. It was all old stuff. But I guarantee you that lathe had to be 12 feet long. I mean, it was huge. It was an old piece. It was an older piece that he bought. I guess he got it from, it was a military lathe that they used in one of the military machine shops, and he bought it secondhand, but it was like brand new. That thing, you can't find a lathe made that nice. So... no kidding, had a forced carburetor on it. I mean, there's only so many companies that make these engines. And then, like I said, like HPI would put an HPI logo on a Force engine. They also use a King's engine or something. What was who made the K? Probably tax invasion situation. Nah, man, if they went out of business, it's because, I mean, everybody knows we're not. There's a lot of smart people in here. You know that the Nitro thing is it's a niche item. You know what I mean? I know people that could easily run Nitro if they wanted to, but they don't want the headache, and they say, screw it, I'm gonna run electric. You know what I mean? And that's what they stick to. But you know what? It's just like everybody thinks with Traxxas. Traxxas still makes Nitro. Why does Traxxas still make Nitro? Because the electric sells. They already paid for the R&D. Their engines have been the same for 1 million years. They're selling the same product for 1 million years, and they're going to continue to sell it because the electric pays the bills. You know that little micro crawler that everybody kind of walks away from? Yeah, you can thank that for keeping the Nitros alive. Their son probably has it now. Well, we'll see what happens. I'm not ready to call it a day on them. I think they're still going to be pretty good. So just a comparison, you can see how this is coming out. I mean, the wheels have dirt on them, but I mean, they're on the ground. They're going to have dirt on it when I'm done. If anybody remembers, that's what it used to look like. I didn't get to cleaning the front end or take it apart yet. This thing's disgusting. This thing is absolute trash. But it'll clean up. Axial? I still have an Axial 32. It's in parts. It needs a repinch. No, I don't know who's gonna remake them, but they're not gonna be out and about. You're still gonna be able to buy Nitro engines. What, your Axial? Yeah, mine was, somebody was really, really mean to it. Piston and it's going to need a repinch. I mean, the sleeve looks clean. I mean, it's not tore up. The block is bad. I got to find a block because somebody butchered the ears up. Pico? I believe Pico makes their own. But with that being said, do they actually make their own? They're their own brand, but I don't know if they make it themselves or if they have somebody else do it. Yeah, Nitro Freak OG, one of the older guys might know that one. I haven't been in the game long enough to follow that stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna go grab that 32. I'll show you what they did to it. It's a damn shame. Nice engine. Off the Force 28, same exact engine today. Yeah, like I said, once they design one, if it works well, they're not going to go from it. Have their own brand, but you'll see a lot of stuff is sourced to another company to make certain parts. Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't you? Even like on a full size car, it's the same thing. I used to work for an auto part company that actually they did their own brand of brake pads and rotors, and they showed us basically it was an online thing. It wasn't a like I didn't get to go there, but I don't know if it was Korea. I think it was China or Korea. You know, one of those sweatshops. They were showing like these are our rotors. These are the ones that we make, and if you look next to our brand of rotors, there was another pallet. That other pallet, the box would say Raybestos or Power Stop, or it's one big foundry that makes them all for all companies. They put their different name on it. Some offer a different warranty, but other than that, that's pretty much it. Pico has an advantage of being Italian made. I got a lot of Italian engines. Actually, I got to get those over to Ed so I can have him measure for the shims. I don't have. None of them are shimmed. Yeah, that's one of the things I don't like. I agree with you on that, Bob. Is how they mounted the tank. It flops around. I mean, you could put the O-ring trick on it, but it's kind of. I'm a. I don't know. I'm not going to get anybody mad. I think I don't know if John's still on here. We'll have to see. Because he'll be hunting me down. I'm not a big Savage fan. I mean, it's an excellent platform. It's a badass truck. I'm not going to talk shit by any means, but I don't know. It's just by putting everything in the middle of the plates, I find it harder to work on. Yeah, there he is. See, you heard me say Savage 3 times. I think these are harder to work on than a lot of them. Like the Revo, yes, the Revo is probably on the same level of pain in the ass to work on, but like an MGT. I have my MGT. That MGT is so easy to work on. So easy. But yeah, here's an Axial 32 right here. The head's got a little dent in her, but it's not cracked up. It's not too beat up. It's not too bad. Yeah, the Novas that I have a couple of Nova. I have like 5 of them. I have a bunch of Nova engines, and I haven't had the opportunity to run them. Yeah, I haven't broken the tank either because it doesn't run, John. That's Jenny's RC has those on stock. In stock, you can get them pretty cheap. But it has the original axial pull starter. Everything works just fine. Carburetor was in good shape. I didn't really have any problems with that carb. You will eventually. Let's see here. Yeah, here's the sleeve for it. The sleeve's nice. I mean, where's the head button? There we go. Head button's in good shape. No detonation marks or anything like that. It's fine. The like I said, it just needs a pinch. Here's the piston for it. Piston's in good shape. Top burned out pretty good. I don't think the rod had much play in it. Everything felt good. But as you can see here on the block, somebody butchered it, man. They basically took a bite out of it. So it only mounts with 3 holes, and then they ovaled the crap out of this one. I mean, it really sucks. The Orion Wasp 28. That was one of the ones on the list that they said that would fit the the Revo without much issues. Actually, I was looking at those. I had an Italian-made dirt bike one time. I had one too. It was only 80 cc's. I was just a kid. It was a Benelli. Um, it wasn't as cool looking at all as like compared to like a Honda CR80 or anything like that. It was kind of dorky looking, but it ran great. I'll give it that. Yeah, they tried to actually. You know what the sad part is? I don't even remember this. This is what came in my Savage 21. I don't even remember. I think it was just they used the wrong mounts, or there was something why they did it. And I mean, yeah, it was total dog shit. Whoever modified it, like before, if let's say I needed to modify this to fit it in something, before I would even consider drilling or God forbid, I think this was drilled and it snapped off because they just didn't leave enough meat on it. Any of that, I'm going to modify those cheap ass mounts. I'm not going to even come close to drilling into an engine. That was. Yeah, Smitty, those Savages. I mean, you can find a nice one, but I mean, I found nice ones for like $200 to $300 that really aren't too bad. They've just been neglected, or some of them are actually really not bad at all. The problem you're going to have with finding a clean Savage anymore is the Nitro Addiction bought them all, and I think he chopped them up. He's got a chop shop going on over there, and if you're looking for a Savage for a good price, I mean, he probably already bought it. Happy Saturday, A2RC. Same to you, brother. But yeah, that's it for me on this one. Kind of sad. I wish this engine would have been good. You know what? This would be a good idea. OG, you and Nitro Freak, how long you plan on hanging out for? I have some older Nova engines that I don't really know too much about. That if maybe that's an area that you would know something about, I would love to pick your brain for a few. Okay, a few minutes. Yeah, if I can burn a few minutes of your time, I'm going to do it. I mean, let's see. These I bought. Let me explain. I'll explain when I get back. Let me get this. You know a lot about Nova engines. Okay, great. That's fantastic. Well, let's put this Savage away. And watch, you're going to see John say, hey, I'll see you all later. Alright, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here. See, I told you he's out. You put the Savage away, he's out. That's it. Let's see if we can get him back. Savage, Savage, Savage. All right, some of these, the heads are in a little bit rough shape, but the engines themselves are very clean. This is it's a Nova. Rex, it's P5, 0.21 with matching carburetor. See, he's watching now, see? I got this. Don't really know too much about them. It's made in Italy. It's legit. Yeah, we put this bench in downstairs. I love working down here. It's nice and quiet. Nobody bothers me. Oh, you didn't see any of these before, huh? Yeah. Rex P5. This was a deal I bought off of a guy. He used to race back in the day. He pulled everything apart, labeled, disassembled, cleaned. And if I told you what I paid for these, you know why I bought them. I think I paid for all the engines you're going to see here, plus some extra parts that are over there. Other cooling heads, some extra cranks for something. Things that I really couldn't make heads or tails out of. I think I paid 40 bucks. And everything has pinch. Everything was good. He just took them apart to clean them and service them and then never did a damn thing with them. So I bought them all. So yeah, it's a Rex P5. Some of them are Rexes. Some of them are Novas. Some of them... No ducking around. Hey, man. I don't want to talk about that duck. He's on a rampage. Okay, here's another one. Same thing. Different color. This is a Nova. This has the Rossi on it, but that also says P5, but that has the Nova Rossi R on it. So I don't know if that's a Rex or not. But here's the cool thing. No ER business. Yeah, man. Let's try to stay out of the ER this weekend. If you look closely, I don't know if I can get a good review on this, but this actually has EB mods on it. 050875. This is one that EB Mods did. He actually modified this block. He did it back in 2005. He keeps serial numbers of all the work that he does. And he remembered this one. Oh, dude, OG, that swap meet that I went to was absolutely phenomenal. I walked out of there with a whole trunk full of Nitro stuff. I was like literally a kid in a candy store. It was fantastic. There was a lot of nice electrics there. There was a lot of decent stuff. But, I mean, I walked out of there with some pretty bad stuff. Now, here's a couple of the nicer ones. And I got another one here, too, that I thought was kind of neat. This is a Rex 21 BF 2000. The cooling head on this thing is absolutely flawless. Everything else is just as it should. Has good pinch. Matching Rex carburetor. All new, brand new bearings. Paid $40 for a Pico with a broken block. Yeah, you can't win every time. I'll tell you what, though, I'm definitely going back to that swap meet. That was fantastic. But yeah, this is a Rex 21 BF 2000, and I mean, this thing is clean. Old but nice. Yeah, that's what I figured. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. Like I said, I got to take them to him. He's going to measure them. We're going to have to... all the shims were gone. I don't know if they're a one-time use thing or what, but I couldn't find a shim to save my life. But, yeah. I don't know if anybody else here goes to JP's channel. If you don't, you should. You're sleeping on him. JP's RC. He's going to be doing a buggy speed challenge in the spring, as far as I know. That was his plan. So I want to pick the best one out of these, and I'm going to find me a buggy on eBay, and I'm going to try to build one just to hang with him. Now here's another one. Smitty, that's a ripper, huh? You have one of these, or you seen them? Here is a Nova Rossi buggy, plus 21.5 with the plus 21 block, made in Italy with matching Nova Rossi carburetor. Everything on here works. Pinch is pretty good. Yeah, so this is a plus 21.5, so I'm guessing that means 5-port. I don't know much about these. Very good. Okay, cool. Yeah, and this one also, the cooling head on it's like brand new. I don't think he even ran this thing. I mean, there's no dirt nowhere. This thing is fantastic. All right, I got 2 more out of this deal. What's this one? Here's a neat one. All Aspects, what's up? Talking Italian here. I'm picking the brains of the Nitro freaks, seeing what we got. This here is a Rex 21B with matching Rex carburetor. It says BR21, 350 on the block. But, yeah, I don't know anything about these. 21B. Good one? Bad one? Looks a lot like the P5. Am I correct in saying it's pretty similar? You have parts for that engine, huh? Well, I have an engine for those parts. Let's put it that way. Keep that in mind. He has a dyno, so I might just even Okay, here you go. Here's a question for you, Nitro Freak. I know I only paid $40 for like the whole lot. I understand that. I couldn't have lost. There's no way. If let's say I had to put $100 into one of these engines, am I wasting my money? So if I took all 5 of these down there and dropped $500 with them and got them all up and going, is it worth it? Not losing my money. Nope, not at all. Awesome. That's good to know. Now, the last one here, it's not a Nova, but I found a little info on this one. Next time around, anyone's Nitro Freaks live streams, have him show you the Holy Grail Nitro engines. Only 500 made. Never to be seen again. He's got a new one in box. What engine would that be? That's pretty cool. If he can get parts. Yeah, Ed actually used to. That was his bread and butter before he started kind of doing his own thing. He used to do Novas, so he might even have them. Good investment? Yeah, I think so too. I just don't. I don't know a lot about them, so I didn't feel like putting. You know, if let's say I did put $500 into them and I end up, with $300 worth of engine, you know what I mean? That sucks. It's the OS Vegas for the Vegas Worlds Race in 16. That's cool. What size is that? A 21, 18? Now this one here, got a flywheel in it. This is an RB. An RB Rally 10. This one here, from what I was told, it's Nova Rossi base. It has an OS speed reducer. Like, here you go. Like we were saying about the mismatching of companies. It's got an OS speed reducer, Venturi reducer, inside of a Nova Rossi carburetor. But it's an RB. Looks a lot like a Nova. Same backplate as like a Nova. But I was told that this is like one of the last engines RB made before they went out. Not this particular one, but the Rally 10. Anybody know anything about these? Yep, see, made in the Nova factory. Harold, you're going to put a Force in an MGT? Sure, why not? Why not? Does it have 9 or 11 ribs on the bottom? On the bottom of the case or from the head bottom? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That would be 11 ribs on the bottom of the case, Hoffman. Hey, Rambo, have a good one. Bingo, 100%. What are we talking about here, Hoffman? What 100% what? What is this? Give me some info here. What are we talking about? It's a Nova. Yeah, that's what I figured. Most of these engines were all Nova parts. I mean, that's why I was like, hell yeah. I figured for what I paid, if I got every engine was jacked, it was a piece of shit. Yeah, Rambo, I'll see you at the next one, brother. Next Saturday, probably. I got to get some parts. An LST roller, no engine, no tank. $400. Yeah, I believe it. eBay actually had some pretty decent stuff on sale, man. Did you see some of the stuff that was on auction for eBay this week? There was a one of those. Why am I thinking of it? The Sen, the big boy, not the one I got. The big one like the Nitro Addiction has. They had one of those for sale. There was a local one for sale too. I was gonna go buy. It had a rear steer, just sick. $280 for an LST? Go get it. All the blocks are Nova blocks for the RB engines. Nova Rossi made a signature engine for Adam Drake when he was sponsored by Nova. It was an RB block with Nova parts, but all made in the same. That's what I said. All the factories are the same. I'm going to see if I got hold on a sec. Secondhand RC, what's going on, brother? We're racing up here in Old Fort, Pennsylvania. Get in your car and come on up and see us. This is some of the other stuff that came with that deal that I haven't been able to figure anything out. Like, here's a cooling head. It's just, there ain't a marks on it. It's just whatever. I'm not worried about that. Here's a, I don't know, that MiG-21 Dirt GMAR head. It's in fairly nice shape. Looks like it's basically would fit any of these engines. A GMAR though, I know that name. I've heard of that, but I don't have anything else for it. I don't think. Here is a whole bag. It's an OS 21C carb. Here's a top carb. I guess that's a GMAR carburetor. Got a nice plug on that. I'm going to save that. Here's another Nova Rossi carb. Here's an OS 21E carb. Do I need a new OS 11K? No, I don't believe so. I haven't had any problem with the what's it called? I don't think I have any problems with the Traxxas ones. So I haven't really swapped anything over to that OS carb. Here's another top carburetor. This one's kind of cool. This is a JX Ninja carburetor. Pretty cool. What else do we come with? Okay, that's a good thing to know, Nitro Freak. My question, okay, everybody likes those Rex and Tops carburetors. Did you apologize for robbing this guy? Dude, I didn't even rob this guy. Like, how do I explain it? I bought the RC10 GT2 from him, and the deal was phenomenal. I mean, I don't know if, I think I showed that in a live, the RC10 GT2, and it came with a bunch of vintage old, like, low-C tires and stuff. Like, it was a solid deal, and I was waiting for the guy to hit me. I had cash. It wasn't a problem of being, you know, ready to rock and roll. I had the cash, and he goes, yo, give me $70. I was like, okay, yeah, sure, buddy, no problem. I didn't haggle with him. I did nothing other than pull my wallet out and pay that man, because he had other stuff there, and I already looked at everything else, and that was really the only stuff that I seen. The only stuff that I seen that I was interested in. So I did not beat him up whatsoever. And then I came back and I seen this stuff, and I'm like, hey man, how much for the RB engine? He said, I want $25 for the RB engine. I got the RB engine. It came with a Nova Rossi 41019 header and the Dynamite Platinum muffler on it. I mean, the pipe. What? Yeah, $25? Yeah, absolutely. I paid the man. Then I asked him, well, what about all this stuff? He goes, package deal, you give me, I think, like I said, $40. $40? I walked away with, let's put it this way, I made 3 trips to the car. I spent under $150 for all of that. I got, let's see here, there's more stuff. A couple extra Nova Rossi head buttons. Both of those had shims on them, but like I said, I don't know what, they need to be measured. I am not just going to throw shims underneath it. Yeah, that's it. See, Nitro Freak, he could have parted that stuff out for way more money. That's exactly why I bought it, because, I mean, all I did was basically go and do some homework, and I found out what parts fit what, rebuilt it, and I ended up with all those engines. Now, like, I got some stuff here. Like, I got a sleeve, a piston. Hey, there's a good exhaust gasket. That's cool. Here's another S5 piston and sleeve and rod, but that's no good. It's shot. Here's another one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 more Nova Rossi head buttons right there. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cranks from something. I don't know. Another piston rod. Some kind of header. I'm sure that's probably the original one for the that Dynamite Platinum pipe. brand new for those Nova Rossi's. 3 brand new connecting rods and bushings. Extra back plate from a Nova Rossi, some collets. That's pretty much it. Oh, no, there's 2 more connecting rods. So, not a bad gig. I think that was a good pull. Oh, and I got these too. Almost forgot about these. Here is another top 3.5 block with no bearings. Bearings are pulled. Nice clean back plate. This is a damn shame. There's an RB block. Brand new. Never been used. Brand new bearings, crank. This thing has never been used, but it's just a bare block with a crank. Brand spanking new. What header is that? Which one? The second one I pulled out? This one? This one doesn't have any type of name or marks on it, but it's a nice header. Nice little 90. Should have bought a lottery ticket. Offna, you have parts for which one? That RB? If you have... If you have parts for that RB block, really? Maybe we should do something about that. You have parts and I have a block. If this is something you can use, I want you to hit me up. Because, like I said, I don't know enough about them with the rest of the parts that I have here. If this is something that you can use and make another badass engine out of it, I'm all in. We can do something with that. Here's another one. This is a top T21 block. It looks like it has an outer bearing. No inner bearing. Nice back plate. And it's a EB mod. But he didn't, oh, there's a serial number. 05. This is one that Ed did as well. Another top 3.5 block. Nice and clean. Looks like it has both bearings in it. Ready to go. Here's a cool one. This one got me questioning stuff. This is this one, it just has the MR logo on it. I guess Mario Rossi did this one. This is a Mario Rossi block. This thing's cool. It's got little provisions for the small exhaust springs and stuff on it. It's got a piston and a sleeve in it, so it's got that. But I don't know. Let's put it that way. Is that a thing? No, I don't think that would work. I don't know. Maybe this head? That looks close. Maybe that's what the ticket is. Well, this has a piston and sleeve already in it. It's got some kind of APS, abrasion protection system, and it says made in Italy by GRP, but designed by M. Rossi. So I'm guessing this is a Mario Rossi engine. That's probably when Mario was with Nova still, before he formed Reds Racing. That's neat. I wonder if that all silver head would go to this. And I have another one here. Look, this has the nice Venturi reducer in it and stuff, the twist ends. Temperature control system. He liked to make his own kind of abbreviations for things. But yeah, an MR on the block. So I'm guessing that maybe, yeah. Any other way to identify these? Anybody know a good way to do it? Because this is kind of the one that's been puzzling me. Because if I could put another one together, that'd be sick. Made some great engines. What does the reducer do? It basically is just like a carb spacer, or like a NASCAR would use, like a reducer plate. Like if you want, let's say you have, I don't know, these have sizes on them, 7 or 8 millimeter. Just email them, huh? Mario at Reds. Yeah, maybe I will, because I mean, this is a pretty cool little find. Okay, back to Harold. What they do is basically allows less air in. It's simple as that. So if, let's say, you wanted, you have a Nitro engine that can run 15 minutes, but you know, you'd like to get 17, 18 minutes out of it. You can either do it by usually, you know, throttle control, or you can put a reducer in there and just try to take some of the air from getting in, which is going to kill some of the power down, but also use less fuel. That's what they use those for. Like if you want all the power, then you just don't, you know, don't use one. But hey, Nitro Freak, OG, all you guys, man, I appreciate it. A little bit of help with these is great. Nice to know I didn't spend too much, apparently. Got a great deal on them. I'm going back to that again for sure. Yeah, it's going to use more fuel. But, I mean, you might not even notice the power gains because it's like even on a real full-size car, you know what I mean? If you have a small block engine that runs good, but it only requires a 750 CFM carb, if it only needs a 750 CFM carb, and then you go and you put a 1,000 CFM carburetor on it, it's not going to run any better. But yeah, I mean, that's it. Take those cranks and separate them. All right, yeah, can do that. I'll have to get some smaller bags from upstairs. I'll do it later. Yeah, Harold. I mean, the engine's going to run good with what it likes. If they probably put that reducer in there for that exact reason. But I mean, try it. See what it does. Probably going to have to richen it up with maybe an hour or two. You're going to have more air. You're going to need more fuel. You got about 12 picos now. I lost count. Yeah, I don't have too many. This is my haul. This is all the cool ones that I got. I got that really rad looking OS 18 now. I love that thing. Haywire's a young dude, but he likes his oldies, I guess. Loves stinks. That's even old for me, brother. That was before my time, and I'm an old man. Not as old as OG though. All right. Yeah, if anybody hasn't been to OG channel, check him out, man. He's been doing some crazy stuff. He wants to get out and racing, so I need everybody out there to ride his ass until he's out there on a track. I mean, I want you to downright harass him until he puts up a video of him at a racetrack with an RC controller in his hand. I mean, give him a hard time. If you go onto one of his videos, I want you to hit the thumbs down until that video is of him on a track. I'm going to go that far. Give him a hard time. A tape deck. Jeez. You know, it's funny. I have a Kenwood KD HDR 70 CD player, and I thought that was old, sitting up on top of the shelf here. He's waiting for the 50 plus class to come up into play. Ouch. Ouch. Anything on cassette I listen to. I like older stuff. You know what? One problem I always found with radios is I can never find a radio that can play Boston to the point where it doesn't sound good. It just seems like, you know, you play some old Boston, the louder you play it, the better it sounds. Oh, you guys are going to come out of retirement? Do it. Do it. Yeah, I'm going racing today. I mean, if you don't, I'm going to race the Nintendo Minis. I'll tell you what, those things look pretty cool. And if you have a small oval track, like made for minis, you definitely could. I forget the last tape player I had. I think it was a Teak, Teac or something like that. So yeah, OG, I'm putting you on blast. You know what? I'm gonna put what's his name too, Nitro Freak on blast. I want to see you twos in a video battling it out. I want to see the two old guys. I'm being nice now. Those two old guys. I want to see you at the track, and I want to see you giggle like little kids. Yeah, Bob, you can only race electric. That's all I race. I mean, we're indoors. I got to play by their rules. In the summer, I'll race Nitro. King's Racing. Is that the company that does the cooling heads? OG Nitro, older than me. Well, you're both older than me, so that makes you old. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm old. Yes, but see, you know what? When you start to get a little bit long in the tooth, as I say, Harold's only 24. Is oh Kings is okay. Um, growing old is inevitable. Growing up is an option, and I refuse. I refuse to grow up. No way. He's a YouTuber. Yeah, I've never heard of him. Aspects. John gave me your address, by the way. I'm gonna get that carburetor out to you sometime early this week. Well, next week, Monday or Tuesday. Harold's only 24. Jesus Christ. That was 16 years ago. Yamaha Studio speakers, vintage ones. For a younger dude, Haywire likes the old stuff. Kings Racing is legit. All right, I'm going to look him up. But, yep, I'm going to cut out of here at about 12:30. So I appreciate everybody coming out, hanging out, man. Good. It's been a very informative live. It kind of went in a different direction. I'm happy with that. I got to learn, some of my stuff. You got a channel 8 years ago? Damn. I'm wearing a Fox Racing hoodie right now. It's 28 years old. I still have a Fox Racing jersey from when I raced BMX when I was 15. I still have it. It's one thing I never got rid of. It's got some old signatures on it that I can't let it go. Got 8 12-inch subs in your living room. Okay, how many pictures do you have on your wall, Harold? Are there any left? Your channel hits 8 years in 3 days. Dude, that's wild. That's wild. I just hit 1 year, I think 2 days ago. Yeah, pictures all fall off. Yeah, I have a pretty good sound system down here. I have a big screen down here in the family room. It's 95-inch big screen, and when I play stuff on the PlayStation on that thing, it knocks pictures off the walls upstairs, and the old lady cries. Ron Drake calls your cell phone. I don't know, man. I'd probably get me in trouble. I have my cell phone out. My old lady would see Rhonda come up on the caller ID. I'm probably in some deep shit. Yeah, mine. It's got the what is it? I think 12 speaker surround sound, but it has I think it's a 15-inch subwoofer. I built it into the ottoman that's on the couch. And I mean, you put your feet on that couch, that subwoofer hits. I mean, you can't even sit there. It's uncomfortable. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I got some Drake stuff. See? Got some Drake stuff here. Shoot, if you know him, is he a local to you, or you just know him from, around the way, or what? How do you know him? Because if you know him, I would love to send a chassis out to him. Maybe have them both autograph the bottom of the chassis, and I'll keep it. Toys for Tots thing. Yeah, they have a race in I forget, Arizona or something today. The what's it called? The all fuel something. A big race. Looks pretty cool. I was just watching it. All right. Yeah, I just wondered if he was a local to you. If it is, man, I'll send you a chassis from one of these triple X's, man. That'd be awesome. Haywire autograph it. Is that where, maybe that's the ticket next time. We're gonna everybody every now and then does free giveaways. Haywire's gonna start autographing his broken parts, and he's gonna spin the wheel and see if you win something broken. Well, that's awesome, Nitro Freak. I am one of your subscribers, so I hit the bell. I will see it. Haywire, yeah, he's gonna need a Nitro Bob wants one. See, look at that. I'm already making deals for you. I should be I'm gonna quit YouTube. I'm just gonna be a promoter. I think that's what we're gonna do. I got OG. He's on the negative list, and I'm a promote Haywire now. He's giving out free autographs of broken parts. He's got lots of parts, so he'll probably end up like Carroll Shelby. If you stand still long enough, he'll autograph you. All Aspects wants to make it delicious, so I mean, he's going to put some sauce on everything. All right. Well, if it's 12:30, everybody, I got to get my stuff ready. I'm going racing. OG Nitro, like I said, he's on blast. You guys need to give him a hard time until you see him at the track. I don't care what he's racing, but you need to give him a hard time. Right behind him is going to be Nitro Freak. You can give him a hard time too, because apparently him and OG are going to come out of retirement. So if you got to twist one arm to get the other one to go, that's what we're going to do. Get to the track, people. It's 9:30 here in Cali. Good luck on the new layout. Thanks, brother. Yeah, it's going to be neat. They got a big jump in it, so I expect a lot of roof damage from the other slashes. They're going to be jumping on top of you, just frog splashing everybody. Thanks, Aspects. I appreciate it. It's a cash race today, so who knows? Maybe I'll come back with some parts. We'll see. Or at least a pizza. But, all right. I guess I'll catch you all in your lives during the week, or maybe next Saturday, and we'll see how it goes. Your track might be shutting down. Yeah, it's inevitable. It's inevitable. All right, everybody. Have a good one. Go out there, and remember, give OG a hard time. Thank you.